Let's talk about Unreal Engine 5.4 today. This new version brings a ton of bug fixes and new features, and most importantly, it also brings performance boost in games on consoles. Let's look into it. But before we look into it, let's check Iniba.com. They offer games for Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo and PC, and as always they've got a ton of games on sale like Dragon's Dogma, cheaper, games under $5, mobile game top-ups or top game picks of the season, and you can actually get some cash back here too. So let's check it out. Let's actually grab some of these cool games. Outlast actually is a actually pretty cool game, so let's click on that, select the cheapest option, which is this one. And now we can proceed to checkout or grab some more games. Horizon actually that's like actually a cool game, and as you can see, you will get a cashback of like almost €5 here. Proceed to checkout or add some more games to the cart, and all you have to do now is just select a payment of your choice and you are done. So guys, Iniba.com, you will find the link in the description to this website below. Okay guys, so let's talk about Unreal Engine 5. So Unreal Engine 5 is actually one of the most advanced and next-gen engines out there. I'm not really aware of any other so advanced really. I mean, there's a ton of different game engines out there, but I think Unreal Engine is the most, the biggest one, right? And most developers use it. Now, what I really want to talk about today is not necessarily the graphics, because you can see that even the early versions of that engine were very impressive when it comes to graphics and everything. Look at that, like a playable demo running on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series S and X, and it just looks fantastic. And but the biggest issue with that engine always, and I think that we could actually say that about Unreal Engine 4 too, was the performance, right? And looks like they've been working pretty hard on fixing that and improving parallelism and a couple of other things, rendering pipelines and that kind of stuff, right? So during the latest games conference, game developers conference, some of the Epic developers, so programmers for the actual engine, spoke about new features there. And obviously there is an article of WCCF Tech article you will find in the description below too, where they talk about number of things that they've changed there. It doesn't actually contain all the features because like with each iteration there's more and more, but they actually this particular part focuses on performance. So this is what they say. However, arguably the most exciting part of Unreal Engine 5.4 is the performance upgrade across the board. So they said, so the vice president of engineering for Unreal Engine at Epic took the stage to say, "We've made a lot of performance improvements. We now have faster lumen, so the lighting system, shadows and ray tracing. We've added variable ray shading VRS for Nanite, so that's very good too. We massively improved instance culling, and we significantly improved parallelism in the renderer." So obviously the improved parallelism is actually great stuff. Not sure if it's CPU related, because obviously CPU still has to, basically, issue the draw calls and that kind of stuff. So I wonder if that's what it's all about. Because in the later part of that article, they talk about some numbers here too. Any claim of performance upgrade has to be backed by some data. So the Tor Agu, sorry, I butchered his surname, sorry about that, said that the city sample originally shipped with version 5.0, which you are actually looking in the background, you are watching in the background, which shipped with version 5.0 is now much faster in Unreal Engine 5.4. When performing a console test, more specifically render thread time has been halved. So I think in the article they talk about the fact that they went from 22 nanoseconds to or milliseconds, sorry, to 11. So that's why they talk about like halved, while GPU time was reduced by 25%. So they talk about time because they talk about how long does it take to render something or render a frame, right? So the less time it takes, the more frames you can actually deliver during 1 second, right? So the lower the render time, the better performance, basically, right? So that's fantastic news, guys. And obviously they haven't really updated that demo. You are actually looking at right now, because this is the demo. I don't know if you can actually, I know I downloaded it, I played it, so I can still use it and play it, but it's still version 5.0, so the earliest, the first official build, right? And that version still doesn't contain all these improvements and stuff, right? So obviously, if you look at that demo, and it looks great. Graphics is fantastic. It's 30 frames per second, but this is our version 5.0. So I would love to see how that game runs now on version 5.4. We're probably not going to know. I don't think there's, or maybe there's some. It's probably possible to actually do it on PC, but I'm very curious of console actually. So we'll see, guys. The fact that they are still working on improving performance, that's very good news. Like I said, Unreal Engine 4 had issues like CPU issues, utilization issues. For the most part, they never really kind of improved it big time. I mean, there were some improvements here and there, but the problem with Unreal Engine overall is that it's very bloated. So that's what developers say, and that's good for working on graphics and everything, but it doesn't necessarily help the optimization, right? I mean, I don't know. Some developers don't want to use some systems. I guess you can actually turn it off, but then again, I don't know. I'm not the developer. I'm just saying that what they say that. And the thing is that the more bloated a software is, well, obviously it will have an impact on performance, right? So Unreal Engine 5 is a very pretty engine. I mean, it can deliver really spectacular graphics, as you can see, but it comes with a cost, right? And, we've been complaining about 30 frames per second games, and that's what we kind of are getting right now. So listen, I'm really looking forward to see like the first games that will be using that particular version. I have no idea if any of the upcoming Unreal Engine 5 games are using this particular version. It may be a bit too late because I'm not even sure if that version is officially out yet. Maybe it's still in beta, I don't know. But, like thinking about Hellblade 2, for example, which is Unreal Engine 2, I don't know which version they are using, right? So would some of these optimization help Hellblade in performance or maybe higher resolutions? I don't know, probably, right? But it is what it is. The fact of the matter is that the longer developers will test it, play with the engine, and they will, gather data, deliver data to Epic to optimize better for consoles, PC, and everything, the better, right? So guys, that's the news. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm still kind of digging through some data on that engine. There's actually some cool things there. So you probably will see more videos about it very soon. So guys, that's the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comment section below what you think about it, and I will see you all in the next one. Take care.